Hey everybody, welcome back to the Basic Bike Club.
Are you sure that's not what you want? Excuse me?
Yeah, you tell her, Baka.
You're talking to a pro, you know. You should trust my opinion most. I guess that depends. No, you listen to me, Baka. Aren't you biased towards poems that are more simple and cute? Biased? Of course not. But my opinion just happens to be the best.
Look at her face. She's like, yeah, that's right. I'm the best. I'm the best.
I'm going places. There's one thing I still can't tell. Is Natsuki self-aware of her own spoiled behavior? Totally. At this rate, I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. Fair enough. I'm glad you like my poem after all. I knew you'd finally understand. Just keep showing me your poems and you'll be a pro before you know it.
You're gonna be a star.
You're gonna be a star. Anyway, here's one I wrote.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'll be your beach.
Yeah, you will. That was good. That was good.
Life is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. Shoes expensive. A shore reaching beyond your sight. I almost said shirt. A sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your mind away, your worries away. I'll be the beach that your daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had long ago. That left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Huh. Okay.
It's good.
So good. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something about positive with a nice message. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with a message later? Yeah. And it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri realized we kind of wrote the same thing and she wanted to pick a topic for us to both write about or whatever.
Oh, you guys had a cipher.
You can really see her doing that one. Making us write something simple and then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care, Baka. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess I ended up being kind of metaphorical too.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with doing it once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Who should I show my poem to next?
Yuri! Sup, bitch?
Decided to try something different today. That's not for me. That's not for me, Baka. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Bad! It's very bad, Baka. It's not for me. It's very bad.
Bad Baka. Bad Baka. Yes, Daddy.
Well, neither. I have my preferences. This is shit. But it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that, even though it's really big shit. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself with me. With me. That's comforting. It's I was kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Oh.
You did. Well, you did. Why me? Because you're always so sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Well, Yuri, thanks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. But I like it. How unlikable of me.
Mm.
But you like it. Yuri. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It's just I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry I always overthink and come up with those sorts of conclusions, but you didn't write your poem for me, so it's just that I feel this way. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked by you, Baka. You didn't write your poem for me. You didn't write your poem for... What was I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Okay. Do you want me to show your poem now?
Nope.
Okay. Here.
Good luck.
Whoa, beach. Why beach? Beach? Why all the beaches?
Well, they had a contest between each other.
Oh.
Remember?
Oh, I thought that was the other one.
No.
Oh, it's this one.
No, it's this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down into the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. We still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by my foamy tendril. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to the earth forevermore.
That was actually really good.
That was cool.
That was a good poem. Yep.
I'm aware that the beach is kind of an insane thing to write about. Inane. But I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it, although most of it was pretty straightforward. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? Would she have said something weird if you were to show me your poem first and not Natsuki? You just wanted to write us about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences between our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. If it's a bad poem, it's Natsuki's fault. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style or anything. I just went with her request.
Alright, so here's what's gonna go down, alright? Yuri and Natsuki will be in the background and just hanging out. And me and Baka and Sayori are just gonna have a good old time, you know? You don't worry about Baka, alright?
Once you kiss and make up and do a little, smashing in the corner, then come back and talk about your feelings. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something on a simple occasion. It can be refreshing, It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I agree. I agree, yes. Thanks for sharing. Next. Who should I show my poem to next?
Chair. Monica.
Monica.
Hey, Baka. Have you thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival yet?
You see, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great.
Freestyle, yo!
You ain't ready. It would also make me happy to see. Anyways, let's look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I've been holding out in my hands.
See, this is where you fucked up.
What?
You should have been writing for Sayori, not Natsuki. You messed up, Baka. You messed up right here.
Aww.
And right here, and right here, and right here.
It's just a bunch of words. I wasn't writing for anyone.
Oh, I like it.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
No
wonder Sayori's not here right now.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories that are it's simple, okay? They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long.
Those are called couplets.
Really?
Yes.
No. They might even feel like they were written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sure, sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of a poem to explore.
You see, with Natsuki, you need a little help to explore the poems and get that meaning, you know, Leo.
I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather.
Whoosh.
Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search.
Yeah.
I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky.
Twinkle.
Until one day, the wind ceases to blow.
Whoosh.
I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill. Expression.
She crosses her Q's?
I guess. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady.
Demetrius.
I look at her. I look at her eyes. Yes, Demetrius, Daddy. I look in her eyes, but find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
Oh, that was so deep.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life to meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. I'm no Kant. But it was kind of on my mind, so I wrote about it.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
You don't think at all, do you, Baka? Huh?
I say I see a lot.
In a way, it's paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose meaning?
You right? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things even more sad than are happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we?
You can write about happy things.
Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you would know that better than anyone.
Why, you mean one-dimensional?
Ah, yes. That. I get it. Because they're two-dimensional.
We're three-dimensional.
They're like, wait. What's beyond the second dimension? Yo! What's going on?
Mind blown.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you don't put too much mind to. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then share, it becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want you to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost as if like you're having your own little literature club. Don't you think? That's my advice for today.
Are you trying
Thanks
to
for listening.
Kind of Inception?
What?
Okay, you three. Wait, weren't there 4 of you?
No, it's 3.
Well, Siri left.
Yeah, Sarah left. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase?
His catchphrase?
I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Just stagnating air is common, foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. That's funny.
No, that sentence is hilarious.
Okay. In your books, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
Right.
Oh. It seems that you're right.
Sayori always helps to lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost as if everybody's balance is thrown off when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency.
No.
Oh, come on. You know it. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. I was supposed to tell you all, but... That's so... Less competition. I hope she's alright. Seriously? Out of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well?
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
You right.
You're right. So much for the 2 of you being all lovey-dovey. Oh, no. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine.
What did she say?
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation. So
Next.
Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we'll need a lot of them. And different flavors.
I mean, different strains.
You know it, baby girl. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling the pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, Yuri, you can
do something.
get naked.
I think you'd be really good at that.
Just model. You know? Just be a pretty face. Just get a little pretty face, yeah.
Bring in those hoes. Or those
guys, bring in guys.
Bring in guys.
Bring in guys. Can you help me come up with something for Yuri that won't get us in trouble with the dean?
I'm useless. Oh
no!
It's not like that at all.
No, we can't lose you.
No.
The Simps won't come without you. It's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki counting too. Jesus, man.
Oh, geez. Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are harder on you when she's not around.
That might be the case. But if I can't be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere.
Atmosphere? About that? I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great!
Woo!
You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, That just leaves you, Baka.
The one who is truly useless. That's me.
Keep saying that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always give me help me out as well. And I would be really appreciative of that.
That's... Monica suggests I spend the weekend with one of my club members.
They're not your club members, first off. They're my club members.
How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a little bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. Oh, dirty. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, but we shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Maybe I like it when I sit on my... Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like you like to handle the baking on your own. Baka may not like being around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on. I never said anything like that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just trying to make excuses for Baka to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it's up to Baka to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't had any chance to spend time with me.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
You know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said... Literally, literature. Get it?
Yeah.
Litter.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm surprised as well.
Sorry. I'm just saying, though.
Jeez. Can you just tell us already?
Yeah. Baka, you're okay with this, right?
I never agreed to any of this.
In the end, it's up to you.
You see. Of course. Very well.
In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm gonna have to go with...
Who do we want to...
We can go with Sayori? I mean, if it's gonna be anyone, I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monica said... Monica and Sayori are helping. Monica said Sayori is helping her. Jeez. Try again. Do you really hate us that much? No. I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult.
Let's go, Natsuki.
Monica.
No. I guess I should be helping Monica. We just said that Sayori is helping her.
Yay, you picked me.
Hold on a second.
Oh, the music stopped.
The music stopped. Yeah. Monica, you're the one who needs the least help of all of us.
But...
I agree with Natsuki. But... Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well.
But Baka was the one who...
That doesn't matter. You're the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club.
We're all single.
Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision.
I mean, but like Monica, though.
But Monica, though.
Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? Pulls out a gun. Just, what are you saying? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives.
Excuse me?
Otherwise, this wouldn't have been a big deal in the first place.
That's completely false, Monica. Yeah. We have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good a job if you make us work alone.
Maybe that's true.
Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we have to appropriately distribute our resources.
So
are you gonna do the right thing, President?
Fine. I get it. It's technically most logical for Baka to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference, Baka?
Let's go, Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. You guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could possibly use 2 people.
Anyways, I like brats. So.
Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You'll definitely agree.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out what happens in the next episode.
Remember, kids, you can't spell Dewey without we. Bye.